Hey, you guys. Just making sure all my cards are upright. One more deck. Just one more. We'll get started here. I didn't know if G-Kiss was 5 cups. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Empress. Hi, MM. Hi, Sanch. Hi, Lil Sag. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Anne May. Hi, Xavier. Hi, Juliet. Okay, so let's start. How are you guys doing? You have a question, Jenna? Because I never answer your questions anymore, so I feel like we should go with you first. Since you're just the best moderator. You deserve something. Something. Okay, well, while Jen is thinking of her question. Oh, there you go. So I like this guy, Zach, but obviously I still like Caleb. Zach's an Aquarius, I'm a Virgo, and Caleb's a Libra. I don't know what to ask about Zach, but I don't know what to ask about, but Zach is annoyed. I donated to Caleb's fundraiser today. Are you guys like dating already? I mean, this is like a side note, but I'm just saying that's a little, I don't know, maybe he's just kind of like, you're not over him yet. I mean, that can be a little troubling to him, I guess, right? Hi, Rain. Raina. But it's kind of like you guys aren't even dating yet, so it's kind of like, but I mean, at the same time, like he's wondering if he wants to date you, so it's like, if you're still thinking about this fool, he thinks like, should I date? You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a red flag. Like, I get where he's coming from, but like, maybe he should approach it differently. I don't know. Maybe you just shouldn't do that. But you just be honest with it about where you're at with it, because you know that's obviously important. If this guy's gonna date you, he wants to know, like, are you over this guy or not? And you're not. So I mean, just be honest about that. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, that'd probably be the best way to go, right? So let's see. What did you want to ask about? You said you don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, so are we looking at like, well, I don't know, it's up to you. The energy in the relationship you guys would have as of now. Okay. So give me the situation, like, I guess we could ask by the end of the, I want to ask before that. By the end of May, what's it looking like with Zach? Or is there any progress with Caleb? Because I can't really say like something to where you'd get a yes or no. You know what I mean? You know how it is. You know how I am. So let's see. The energy of them. At the end of May, what are we seeing in progress with? What is Jenna's love life looking like at the end of the May? That's what we'll ask. Because then it will tell us any signs we need to know, anything we need to know about. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so you guessed it. Somebody's still waiting for someone else. So, well, let's look further, but if anything, you're still waiting around for Caleb. Weighing your options, yep. It's kind of like shit we already know, but let's look further, okay? So what's with her and Zach then? What is that looking like by the end of May? Wow. Okay, you're gonna hate me because we're asking about Zach right now, and this comes out. You know what that means, right? And I know you're gonna hate me because this is Libra, in the Two of Cups. But when we're asking about Zach, I feel like what that means is you're actually going to give him a chance. And it could actually be something pretty cool, you know, something that's pretty connected. But I don't really feel like it's talking about a Libra person, just because we're asking specifically about Zach. So, I mean, to me, it seems like it's going to be like you're going to give it a fair shot or something, you know? But you're still going to be thinking about fuckface. I'm sorry. You're still going to be thinking about Caleb. So, but you're trying to give it a fair shot. You're trying to do like this balanced equality kind of relationship thing. Yeah. So there's still a lot of confusion about like how to take action. Here I have the Ace of Wands. Let me fix this for you. So, you know, this is what I got first though. So it's like the Ace of Wands, and you're still kind of confused about how to take action because you're still heartbroken by it. And, you know, this could also be talking about 3 people involved in the situation with 3 swords. But, yeah, I mean, obviously you're still confused about the situation. It's like, what are we going to need to do to make it so it's like not confusing for you anymore? Like, you know, healing type shit. When is that going to happen? What can we do to accelerate that process? Anything? You have any ideas? Because I do, but I mean, it's your healing, so. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What's going on between the energy of you and Caleb? Then you're like, he's really the one I want to know about. But you're trying to distract yourself with Zach? Is that what it is? You know your Venus is in? Oh, thanks, Fez. Well, I can look it up. I think you've told me before, though. Do you have any Cancer in your chart? All right. Well, it still says there's hope with the air sign, right? So that's good. But I mean, it does seem to be saying too with the world here that it's like something that's cycling back around. It's like after some time, it's kind of like the same thing you've been getting, but there's still hope there with the star card. And that's Aquarius though. And you said Zach's an Aquarius. So isn't that funny how we ask about Zach and Libra comes out, and we ask about Caleb and Zach comes out? But I don't really think that's what it's talking about. It's not talking about Zach. It's talking just about hope here because we're asking about Caleb. But isn't that interesting? But the star card means hope, have faith, basically. So, but I mean, like, I feel like that's not a good thing to do anymore, because just because, not like you can give, like you should give up hope necessarily, but like if it's holding you back, yeah, I mean, fuck it. Like, why would you, like, don't hold on to that, you know what I mean? But you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I'm just saying, like, it just seems like that's bad advice for me to give you at this point, is what I'm feeling like. Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, have hope and like wait around for him. And it's like, don't wait around for people. Like, don't do that. I mean, you can do it, but you know how I feel about that. It's like, don't, that's wasting time and wasting life. So like, really, you are going to be coming to this decision here. What is this decision? What is it? What is it? Collaboration? Or is it that a third party? I don't think so. I think it's collaboration. You're trying to work with others and create more harmony in your life. This could even mean like getting therapy or something, because you're working together with others, maybe a support group or something. But basically, you're going to be coming to a decision. So, you know, I feel like that's a good decision. It's collaborating with others, though, most importantly. So I feel like, you know, whatever that means, like, and I feel like it could mean, you know, collaboration, like, about your healing. Like, it would be a good idea to get into some kind of support group or some kind of thing where you're talking about other people, or talking with other people about, you know, these things that are troubling you. Because it just doesn't seem worth it to hang on to shit like this. You know, it really just seems kind of exhausting. So, I don't know. I think that's what you should look into. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this. Hi, Stardust. Yes, it is. I'm just picking randomly, so just go ahead and post your question whenever you're ready. August 8th, Jenna? Hi, Pia. Or Pia. Ah. I think it would probably be best for you not to date anybody just because, you know, obvious reasons, but like, you know, you're not ready to date somebody else, but you also shouldn't wait around. I mean, like, I don't want to say shoulda, you need to, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do, but with the cards, it's like, yeah, there's hope there. Okay. But I just hate saying that because of how long it's been and how much he's like, you know, how he's acting and stuff. It's just kind of like, I don't want you to do that, but that's just, you know, I don't want to control you or anything and put myself in this situation. I'm just saying, like, you know, as a friend, that just seems like a really bad thing to do is like wait around for this dude still, just because I feel like you're limiting yourself. But, you know, it's up to you what you're going to do. And obviously hearing that there's hope there, it's like, okay, I'm going to hang on to that. But I don't know. I just think you could do a lot better, like with yourself and your life, and you don't have to feel like this anymore, you know? But yeah, the cards are saying there's hope. So I don't know. You could do what you're going to do with that, but I don't really feel like it's going to happen like, I mean, of course it could, but I just don't really feel like it's going to happen like this year or something. I mean, no, I don't really do time frames all that well. We can look at something. Hang on a second, though. We can get a number, and then we can go from that, but that's going to be a very broad thing. It's going to be a very broad thing. Like, you know, 4th of the month, 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 I mean, it could be anything with 4, right? But we don't see 4 here. I'm just saying, for example. Let's see. So, I mean, maybe there is a relationship here since we're, I mean, the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups, but it could be somebody new, somebody different. Let's see if we can get a sign here, though. Zodiac sign. Fool, someone exciting, adventurous. This is either something you're passionate about or a person, but I mean, usually I look at that as like a love situation. But again, the Fool, it's like something new and exciting and like adventure. It's not really like someone you've known. I mean, it could be a new start with them, but we don't see the Empress here or the 4 of Wands. Water sign? I mean, we do have a lot of water in this. So give me a time frame for Caleb. Well, see, the thing about that is that, like, we don't know if you guys are going to come back together. It's saying there's hope, but it's not really saying, like, that it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, and we have free will. So it's like anything can kind of fuck that up or make it better. Because if it's hope, then it's like, okay, so what's standing in between that and what's standing in the way of that? You know what I mean? And that's a separate reading. But we could definitely do that. And somebody's not committed here. So, I mean, what is this? Is this you kind of just like trying to focus on your stability here? You're trying to like do the right thing and focus, and you're good at that. But then we have here like this new beginning here. You're like caring about the person, trying to be nurturing, trying to invite them in your life. But then we have this like non-committal. I just feel like you're not over the other situation. Like you probably just shouldn't date at all. But I really don't see either of them. You know what I mean? Yeah, see? Too quick. Hasty decision. You just don't want to be lonely, but it's like, fuck, I really have no advice. I can't say anything because it's not like, you know, I don't understand what you're saying. It's just like, and I know it's easier said than done to just be like, yeah, I'll just be lonely for a little bit. Screw it, just because it's a healthier thing, you know? But really, really though, it kind of is, you know what I mean? It really kind of is to just be like not dating anyone because it's confusing and it mixes everything up. You don't even know like what to do because you have to think of the other person when you're dating. So it's kind of like if you can't decide really what you want to do for yourself, then you probably shouldn't date. You know what I mean? Because that's just going to confuse things even more. All right. Love you too, no problem. What will I be in my next relationship and how will it be? Is it fun? Let's hope so. I would say it's probably fun if you're going to give the person a chance, right? Let's see if we can get a sign of the person. See if we can get a sign of the person. Well, you said when. Can we get a time frame when this will be? Give me the energy about like how she's going or he is going to be like what's going to be happening in his life around this time. So you can kind of know like when more likely, like You know, not like 2 months, but like whenever you're feeling like this or like that, or like whenever something like this is happening, you know, or like you're feeling a lot more stable and secure, and then that's when it happens, you know. That's how I like to do it instead of like a time, like exact time. Even though you probably want an exact time, but sometimes it's just not. It doesn't help that much. Because I'm not exact and specific with it, you know. I really don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to bullshit you. But it's easier for me to get the energy around like how you're feeling at the time, so you kind of know like what's going on. So it can give you the kind of understanding about when it would be. Actually, pretty quickly, it seems like, pretty soon here, because the Knight of Swords is coming in pretty fucking quick. You know what I mean? He's coming in quick, and there's not much that can stop it. So it's kind of like something that just appears all of a sudden in a kind of in a forceful way almost, you know? Then we have Aquarius. So it's also something that, you know, you might actually resist for a while here with this Seven of Wands. It kind of seems like you might kind of try to push it back for a while. And then it's like there's hope there, though. So maybe this is something that kind of like happens later on, but it sparks like pretty soon here. But then you just aren't really receiving it. Yeah, and it is your choice. Something comes out. What's that? Obviously, it's your choice. But I'm saying like with the Two of Swords here, it's kind of saying, okay, it's going to be up to you. But it's kind of funny because you don't really know that this is your choice. It's like you don't really know that your choices have a big impact on your life. In the way, like, you're kind of asking almost like as if life is happening to you instead of you, like, making life happen. So it's kind of like with this blindfold on here, you don't really know that you have a choice. Like, it's almost like you're kind of just, you feel like you're at the mercy of life or something. But really, it is your choice. And if you could just know that, then you can make shit happen for you a lot better. But with the Sun here, it's coming out that you feel like this person's probably pretty caring, you know, understanding, responsible, there for you. So you might give it a chance then. But at first, for some reason, you kind of seem to be pushing it away. But this is something that could happen like way later on. Like, I don't know how much later on, but it just seems like in the beginning, like pretty soon here, you might meet the person, then you're kind of like, no. You know, you're just like, get away. Like, you're pushing the person away. But then there's hope there. And then eventually, you know, you have this understanding, this realization here with the Sun. You have this understanding, and it just kind of like, it makes sense to you all of a sudden, or you see all of a sudden, like it's in the light, it's not in the dark anymore. Like you see it for what it is, and basically you see that this person's probably pretty supportive. So you're like, okay, I'll give him a chance, you know? I mean, it's not necessarily saying that, but that's what you're seeing. So that's when that could happen. You're like, okay, I'm realizing now that this person actually is pretty cool and pretty nice. So let's see. Big change. This is, oh yeah, see? There you go. So yeah, you really seem to be repulsed by the person at first, or just like not interested. You know what I mean? Because then with the Death card here, it's talking about like a drastic change, like a big change happens. And with the Sun card, it's like that's the change, is like you're having this realization this person's actually pretty supportive and cool and nice. And you know, you feel like, okay, let's make something happen here. You know, let's, Four of Wands is reunion. So I feel like you guys will come back together at that point, or maybe you'll be the one making that happen, right? If you understand that that's your choice and you make that happen. If you kind of just let things happen, it will obviously turn out differently, probably. Unless they approach you. But, you know, anything could happen. But if you take, you know, if you initiate that one, I feel like that's what will happen. Okay. Did you want a chakra wisdom oracle? Because that's really cool for like messages when you just need like a message overall. We could look at like this deck when it's like, I don't know if you've seen it before of me using it, but it's like discovery, instinct, despondence, expansion, mysticism. So we could do that if you're just wanting like a message overall, because it kind of covers a lot of areas. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll do that then. Any messages? He's a Scorpio. Scorpio wants a message here. What does he need to hear? What does he need to know? What does he need to keep in mind? What is important that you want him to know right now? do you want me to know right now? Renewal. All right. So red chakra, so it's the root. Okay, so chapter 1, let your intuition be your guide. This is for the red chakra. So overall impression is grounding. Keywords are vital, sexual, passionate, energized, and forceful. The manifesting intention says the first chakra relates to the source of your energy and to how you are building your foundation. Think of the root chakra as a platform. The red cards represent the support you have created or are creating for your future. The root chakra cards show us a new way to bring our dreams to fruition. They denote beginnings and reveal how to create a solid foundation in tangible form. Keep this in mind. If you are not yet creating what you say you desire, you may need to grow your energetic root deeper and wider into the earth plane. An abundance of red cards in a reading is a strong indication of how you're building your foundation and will offer energetic ideas about what is necessary for you to manifest. These cards represent the beginning of an undertaking and may guide you away from the old ideas that no longer work in your life. Red cards ask, how does this card represent the place from which I can create something extraordinary? Okay, now red cards at a glance. Renewal's the first one. Geranium. You're being offered a chance to awaken to a new life. You may need to deepen your roots and anchor yourself by taking stock of what you would like to create. This is the time to start again and grow a strong foundation. What's interesting is you're a Scorpio, you said, right? So it's funny because Scorpios, that's kind of the thing that they do, is they're able to kind of like everything falls apart and then they rebuild and they just renew, right? Because the phoenix rising from the ashes, that's what rules Scorpio. So it's funny because it's kind of like just encouraging that same process, you know? So, okay, geranium, renewal. This is another beginning. The legend. Geranium's leaves shrivel and are stolen by the wind. She is pried from her pot and is deeply saddened when she is blooming when she is thrown away. Okay, she is pried from her pot and is deeply saddened when she is thrown away. But when she awakens, she is blooming once again. Now she lives in a large park, a former landfill site, surrounded by lush greenery, and her roots reach deeper than ever before, opening her to the possibilities of her new life. So it's like, give it a chance, you know? Inspiration. What appears to be an end may not be one after all. This may turn into a remarkable opportunity. Trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known to this point. Wow. That's good to know sometimes. You know, you think it's like a bad thing, but might be a blessing in disguise, you know? So this is for you to ask yourself. It's your personal inquiry. Am I positive in the face of change or defeated? Am I ready to step into the new me? Key ideas here are sourcing from a more beneficial place, feeling in the dark, change in circumstances, and unexpected blessings. Your keywords are regeneration, awakening, and fortune. Now here at the bottom, we have a little meditation for you. It says, imagine being discarded, like geranium. Feel her fear and sadness as she surrenders to the inevitable. Now wake up in a new place. Notice how you feel. Let your feeling take you on a journey. Allow yourself to see and hear whatever experience is meant for you. Observe how you handle change. Okay, I'll show you really quick what I just read to you. Hopefully you can see that kind of clearly. Wow, I can actually see it for once. It's usually blurry as hell. So that's cool. And then your meditation at the bottom here. So everything on my computer is backwards, so I'm all... Cool. I like that one. That's kind of like change is coming. Better get ready. You said I could see. Perfect. Okay, cool. So did you feel like that resonated with you, or do you feel like that was kind of like made sense for what's happening? And you're a fixed sign too, so it's like it's funny because Scorpios always have to rebuild and everything. But like, how do you feel about that? Do you think that like that's easy for you, or are you still like one of those fixed, like stubborn, you don't like change kind of people? Like you like things to be the same, but it's like you're always having to change. I mean, that's everybody, but it's like regarding the reading and just being a Scorpio in general. Do you feel like you take change easily? Do you feel like you welcome change, or do you feel like you kind of resist it? Because my rising sign is Scorpio, and I definitely do not invite change. I do not. I have a Taurus moon. I don't like change at all. Yeah, so might be a little tough. You're like, no, I don't want this. Just try to embrace it this time. See if you can do that. See if you can just like try to do that this time, and maybe next time too. But regarding the reading, hopefully, maybe you could see why it would be a good thing. Just try that route. Jenna. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I'll get on there and I'll accept it. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Can you guys like this video for, really quick if you have a second, please? Oh no. We got a joker here. We got someone trying to get some attention here. Let's all say hi to them. All right, so is my coworker W romantically interested in any actions he will take? Let's see. Wow, okay. So first, that's funny, because first we get this, which tells me kind of like, okay, it could be a Cancer person, but also, yeah, it kind of, it's like forward movement, movement in a certain direction forward, yes. So it's kind of like, I would say, yeah, they're probably going to be doing something like that. But what's funny is now I really feel like they will, because Ace of Wands. At least it's saying they'll have the opportunity to do so, and they're going to do what they're going to do with that. But yeah, I feel like they're definitely interested. We have the Knight of Cups and the Fool. So it's kind of like, yeah, they feel like it would be an exciting, adventurous, kind of fun thing to do. I don't think they're going to pass that opportunity up. They probably will approach you. That's kind of just what it seems to me with this. It seems very clear that what you're saying, you're already kind of feeling that. That's probably accurate. At least from the card's perspective, it is. Yeah, I would definitely say they're interested with the Knight of Cups there. Oh, snap. Okay, look. Why is the Eight of Swords there now? So is this saying, okay, hang on, let's look further before I assume. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Someone having to be responsible. Okay, so who do you, okay, you would know better than I do, obviously, about your situation, but in this situation, it shows that there's somebody who starts to feel stuck, like their hands are tied, like they really have no other way out of it. And it's not necessarily talking about your guys' connection, but obviously it very well could be. What we're talking here about, though, since you're asking about, this person at work, it seems like somebody is doing all the work, like themselves, and other people aren't taking responsibility for what they're supposed to be doing. And so it makes a person feel stuck here doing all the work. So in some way, this is, affecting your situation with the person. So do you already know what that's talking about or no? Hey, Marwa. Okay, let's look a little bit further. Just be aware of that. Somebody may be feeling like they're doing all the work. So don't be that person that's like making someone do all the work. And hopefully it's not you having to do all the work. But for some reason, you're going to start to feel stuck in the situation. It's not necessarily talking about your guys' connection, though. But, you know, unless this person, like, you know, I'm jaded. So it's like imagining from worst case scenario is like, what? They're going to be making you do all their work for them or something. You're going to feel stuck. I mean, I don't know, but just be aware of like doing everyone's work. Don't do that. Like, let people be responsible for what they're supposed to be doing, because this is going to be you at the end of it. If you do take on all that responsibility for yourself, it's going to be exhausting. And no one's like seeing like, okay, this person's exhausted doing all our work, we're just going to help them now. No, they're like, okay, they're going to do it, so let's just let them do it. And don't be that person making someone else do your work, you know? This is just a theme here. So don't let that even occur if, you know, you have a choice. Like you have a choice. You don't have to do people's work that isn't your work, and you don't have to make other people do the work that's yours. Like just try to like not let that happen at all. That would probably be the best thing, you know, because that doesn't seem fair. And then you don't have to feel stuck because no one's being made to do anything, because everyone's taking responsibility, right? But it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. It seems like someone's not taking responsibility and someone's doing all the work for them, and it's exhausting as hell. So I don't know where you went, but you're gone. So we're going to move forward. What does break up? See. Okay, so it seems like they're kind of like, hang on. It seems like they're kind of like they didn't really have a choice in it. They felt like, or they don't really think that like they did this, but they still, in a way, they're kind of happy. I think we did this one before, and in a way, they're kind of like happy about it because they see that like them going their own way is probably the best thing right now, you know? Like just very Queen of Wands, like I'm not asking permission. I don't feel like I need to ask for permission. I know what I want, I know what I need, and I know what I'm going for, and I really don't need any stragglers. I don't need anyone like following or hanging, you know, around trying to get in the way or anything. You know, they're just kind of doing their own thing, going their own way, and it's kind of like they didn't really choose that, but they think that maybe that's the best thing for them right now, you know? Like if this is what it's going to be, then I guess I'll just embrace it kind of thing, you know? It's kind of like there is a newfound hope within just being, which is kind of strange. You wouldn't think that you would see that, but yeah. Or I wouldn't think. So because we don't know if you're going to have a future husband, because I don't know if you're going to have one, like ideally, right? But like we just don't know that yet. So it's kind of like, I mean, obviously not all of them are into a relationship if that's the way it's going to be. Like really you can't for the most part, but you can control what you do. So that's what's cool about this, is that you can actually do something for yourself and change that, you know? Okay.